What's up, tribe? We're about to get into it. Y'all already know what I'm writing about. The sacral chakra incense. Got that flame torch lighting. So we can bring in the most divine sacral energies. If you know anything about my container, we definitely talk about the sacral energy pretty much almost every single reading, because it's all about who we are as energetic, sensual, erotically sovereign beings, right? So welcome in. I'm Ishani. If you've been in before, welcome back. Hey, 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 tribe. And if you have not been in before, well, welcome in. Yes. So once again, this is a container for the Earth Angels as well as chosen ones, as well as those who seek higher and the highest learning this lifetime, right? Because we offer all type of educational and metaphysical stories here, but you also have to, be tapped in to understand what's really being put down. So I hope to show a lot more of that as well later too, because I have been blessed to have a lot of different experiences. So yes, I am Ishani, your oracle. Let's get into this reading for tonight. Let's hop into it. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Thank you for taking time to bring your presence here to me, where we can receive messages from our Creator, our spirit guides, our ancestors, our higher selves, and those who have experienced the highest levels of bliss within the every dimension. Like, we welcome you to extend what you know, to extend what you have learned. Okay. So this will be a freaky deaky message. I need y'all to make sure that you are 18 or over to be in here. Yes, you too. All right, Spirit, any other decks you want me to use before I get started? Okay, you want me to throw the dice in here? What's gratitude for today, for the understanding and the connectedness here with the Earth Angel Tribe, within the self-love and healing container. May we be brought closer to the understanding of self and to the remembrance of be now. I share. All right, freaky deakies. What we got here? What we got here? Ooh, we got some spanking and some pleasuring. Okay. So the pleasuring that I'm seeing here has to do with divine masculine being perched on his arms as you fondle or do whatever there that you propose is deliciously in the air. Okay. And then we have you bent over divine masculine to me like a spank me please now. I have been naughty, little Earth Angel. And what is the Earth Angel energy? Okay, so let's explain that, right? Because there can be so many different definitions. But those who are here to bring the highest vibration to this planet for the good of all, never for the self only. This energy is one that seeks oneness, unity, clarity, divine consciousness for the all. Okay, this is a pure-hearted, non-ill-intended person. Okay, this does not make you blemish-free, right? But when you know better, you do better, right? All right. So nothing is by coincidence. Something I live by, and I welcome you to my container. Right. Love you, tribe. Let's see what we got going on. I'm hearing I'm gonna also need this oracle. The oracle. What's her name? Magic got the T, the chosen one's deck. To get a deeper understanding of whom I'm speaking to. Okay, shuffle again. I actually really love to do lives. I just have children and I'm like, I have to get on when they're asleep. When I've had enough rest for today. So I thank you all for joining with me, being with me, digesting energy with me, loving yourself enough to show up. Right? Okay. Legendary energy. What is a legend? A legend. I'm thinking of how a story being told over and over and over, passed down through generations of this particular being. So you will be one to be revered this lifetime with staying on your path, right? It requires extreme, honesty, that as well, but extreme focus, okay? To be legendary. What else do I need to know about this being here? Okay. Goddess energy. This is the first time this card has ever fallen out of my deck. I don't go through all of my cards because I allow them to intuitively show themselves to me. And some decks in the past I have was like went through them all to understand their energy. But yes, goddess energy on the play. Okay. Divine goddess. Earth angel. Here to bring forth that energy that which has been ancient. Blissfully esteemed as one of the highest to behold as the divine feminine here. Okay. The other card is that you're a God's ambassador. So not only are you a goddess, you're one of God. And I love how God and goddess go so closely together. Because I always say God is. Like God is, you know. God is. But yes, I do believe that our creator is truly a polar energy. I don't know what would be the actual, or is it polaric omnipotence? Is of polaric omnipotence. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Mother, Father, God was the first time I heard of it was when I was in Colorado, and the term was termed as LEL Shaddai SHADDAI. Mother, Father, God, the possessing of both energies. Because I always wonder, wow, how does God love so hard when they paint women? It's like the loveliest heart, the hardest lovers and all this stuff. And then since God is a he, like so often, like God, he helped me, you know what I mean? The things saying. Okay, do not worry. Okay, you're one of God's. You shall not worry. You shall not, what is it? Try to change the things that shall be changed, right? God grant me the serenity, and courage to accept the things and to change the things that I can and to know the difference between what I can and cannot, right? Some things are for God and only God to bring us through and us to know that and confess that. That's what a testimony is. Okay, natural Reiki powers. Okay, you may pronounce it as Reiki as well for different. My mom kind of says reggae. I was like, wow. The reggae. Wow, chill. You were born to be a legend, goddess energy, was also God's ambassador. Do not worry. You possess natural Reiki powers. Okay. Dark night of the soul, the purge. This divine being that you are, the energies that you possess, have brought you into the depths of understanding how, why, in what ways your full blueprint this lifetime. Okay, you have a deep interest in. I'm hearing like y'all's bloodline. Okay, in whatever way that we sit. I'm saying you swabbing for DNA, sending it off for ancestral. You having, questions down the bloodline of different things, and also meditating into these different spaces where you can actually see for yourself what was experienced within a certain time period within the bloodline. Okay? What trauma happened. Okay? You're helping to go back and heal the trauma of the bloodlines through your natural Reiki powers. Okay? You're also a tarot reader. 2 more cards in here. You're also a tarot reader. So you may have begun to have a deep interest, even though you had like a slight interest before in tarot itself, but also in reading it. You've become someone who wants to pick up courses or is doing the intuitive way of what it is that you want to find, know, and be highly educated in the world of tarot about. And it's very, very beautiful. I congratulate you for that. Okay, you have a big mission on earth. Okay, this speaks to how you were born to be a legend. You've come here already knowing your soul's mission and remembrance, the places that you were journeying. Okay, but upon your passage, upon entering here, there was a great amnesia. Okay, the squeezing of the canal of your mother. And if by cesarean disseverance from your mother, okay, in such an unnatural way caused the biggest trauma tear, okay? But we're here to heal it all, okay? And you are Jesus' descendant. Okay. Very deep energy here, very potent energy, chosen one, okay? The high priestess here on the bottom of the deck, okay? And also the 5 of swords. Get some more cards to understand who you are. Sometimes I hop on here and, to make our spirit, I fully have a message for you all, and it just fully aligns. And sometimes spirit is like, no, we're not talking about those particular things. This is what I want the collective to hear about. This is how I want you to encourage the collective. And I'm just here to be obedient. I'm here to show you what my obedience looks like. Okay? So thank you for being here with me. Thank you. One me to the most important message in this creation. Spirit guide and ancestors. We are here for remembrance. We are here for the inner and understanding. Yes, thank you. We move in this present time, understanding who we are, our mission, our blueprint. And who comes out? The High Priestess. I just said she was on the bottom of the deck. And after all of that shuffling, it's the first card that drops out of the deck. Okay? So your ancestors, your highest self, your spirit guides, your creator, they're here to tell you that there's an intuition that has been placed inside of you. Okay? There's a deep knowledge. Okay? This makes you very mysterious to a lot, you know, like a very ancient goddess energy where you know knowledge, the knowledge of the adept, okay? And those are a sacred initiated one, okay? You hold sacred knowledge that has been entrusted to you every lifetime, okay? You've been trusted to hold this high status of intuition and intellectual maturity, okay? This is where you are very keen on what you know and believe, where you have this deep inner knowing. So it's like what's understood don't need to be discussed. You may be connected to fire. Just literally saw my instant like flick off and light itself back up. That was like really strange. But it's really weird because I use this elevator at work and sometimes I'm just walking past it and it opens up. That's not an automatic elevator because there's sometimes I walk past the elevator and that elevator doesn't open. Okay? So this be like times where you sense that there is, you know, very beautiful and additional energy around you. Okay? Got a lot of high level divine feminine cards that want to jump out today. That's what we have here. The Kings of Cups. This is what I wanted to see. I feel like these exact two cards came out in my last reading, so you may feel very connected to that. What are these two? All right, well, we'll do a shuffle and make sure they come out. So yes, this King of Cups here, whom you have in your energy, is a devoted king. What's devotion? This is someone who will do what they need to get done for the day. And you know, while in between that, checking in on you, checking to see if you need anything, how they can end your day in the proper way with you. You know, this is definitely a couple. And being that you are in this goddess energy, being that you are an ambassador of God, a Jesus descendant, going through a dark night of the soul, learning what it is and the constant process of purging, of pruning, okay? This is very deep, okay? I'm hearing this is a shared mission between you and your divine masculine. And this person may not have come into full energetic and our physical manifestation just yet for you. That's what I'm hearing. But this person will be supportive, okay? Highly supportive of the things that you enjoy to do, the things that you like to do, and also of themselves and the things that they like to do, and not putting themselves on the back burner. This is very balanced, okay? Emotionally mature, emotionally balanced, highly intuitive like yourself, okay? Compassionate, okay? We have the Three of Swords coming out here. You both may be taking it slow, okay? That's what I'm hearing. You guys are taking it slow. I do see Scorpio here, okay? I do see the High Priestess here being represented by the crescent or by silver, okay? You may like to wear silver accessories. There's a lot of crescent moons here. I'm going to go with that, leave that. I do like a few silver pieces here and there. What else is there? Okay, so There's a very beautiful dance happening here, okay? Too many cards, Spirit. Gosh. A lot of energy trying to come out to give understanding and clarity, and a lot of strong this is crazy. So I just said that there's a lot of strong divine feminine energy that was coming out through the deck. It's like spewing out. And the moon has showed itself, which we've been talking about these crescent moons forever. And then also the Emperor. So we're gonna put them back. There's also a moon, an upside down moon, or should I say crescent, over the Hierophant's head here in this particular deck. So it's just very interesting. High Priestess. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords, but it has dropped in upside down. Okay, in the reverse, representing that you both may be healing from a similar pain. Okay. This could be heartbreak on some level. This could be in grief on some level. Some form of recovery of the souls. Okay. In a place of extreme forgiveness, apologetic. For others to come unto them, you know. I'll put it where it fits for sure. Okay. A deep emotional and physical healing. Okay. So this emotional healing is something that is necessary for the growth of the self. Okay, this is a self-development process, a soul development. Self-love is found here when the Three of Swords are upside down. Okay, so this is a couple who is coming into a very I'm hearing non-ego relation. Okay, a deep space of self-love, or what you both are encompassing, and also that you're at the precipice of your healing era. Okay, so you may be feeling like, oh my gosh, another test. I'm tired of these trials. But keep pressing through. You have so much support. You are your biggest support. Your ancestors are here. The Creator is here. You're present, you know, more than you've ever been in any freaking aspect of this timeline. So stay in your tunnel vision, okay? And we also have the Hierophant here. Hierophant. Speaking of the spiritual wisdom that is being possessed, this is crazy. The spiritual wisdom that is being possessed, the understanding that this masculine has of how balanced and imbalanced you are when it comes to, I don't want to say conformity because it's like, I'm not a conformist, babe. Okay. I do what I feel is right for me. So if that happens to align with others around me, then call us like-hearted for the moment, you know? But, you know, I am a non-conformist. Okay. That's the energy I'm getting from your masculine and shared as well. Okay. Highly educated, highly knowledgeable. So this person can carry on conversations about the wildest things, just like yourself, being like, how the heck do you know about everything here that I'm talking about, you know, and vice versa. I've seen this symbol before. What is that, Spirit? Seen this tool. Okay, I'm seeing Libra here as well. That's Taurus. I'm seeing and sensing very royal energy from all of these cards, especially the Hierophant here. The Hierophant. Queen of Cups has dropped down, and we already have the Kings of Cups here representing your masculine's energy. So to add this on over, the same compassion that is being shared between the two of you, this is where you have truly navigated through your heart, truly have come into this sacred space within the hearts to where you can share this like pieces of love with everyone that you meet. You're not going around giving people your pain. You can sympathize and empathize with others while still hosting your own energy. Okay, this is very powerful. You are constantly in the flow with the water cups being here, constantly surrounded by the most divine highest light with the sun here in the background. Okay, intuition on out of this universe. Okay, a healer as well. I'm hearing through the water, so you may do I'm seeing water rituals. Okay, to heal Gaia. Mm-hmm. Moon water rituals, dream water rituals. Mm-hmm. Highly empathic, like your King of Cups. So let's tap into some of your love energy. I just knew these were gonna fall. And how beautiful is that they all, you know, what color high and matches with one another. The Queen with the King of Cups, then the Hierophant with the High Priestess. Yeah, that's very strong love energy here and very strong on the healing, even for the Cancer energy to come out with the Queen of Cups as the healer who's in flow, who's highly intuitive, very compassionate, okay, filled with this warm breath. Sometimes show people may call you sunshine or feel like you're just very vibrant and exuberant is what I'm hearing, which is very funny because I don't use that word. hmm And here we're gonna get a reading out before we get started. Okay, Spirit, I'm listening. I'm listening. Okay, I got you. Let's see what we've gotten before I decide if that's what Spirit is gonna give us. Okay, the woman has come out. I'll pull two runes. One for feminine, so this will be the one for feminine. The woman rune has come out. The woman is a feminine rune associated with brownish tone. Okay? The meanings here could be traditional female roles. And this is what I was speaking of, like the conformity of it all. It's like, I'm not the traditional female, but you will find me doing things that every being should be done in their home. Like, what do you mean? Like, this isn't just for the woman. Okay? Cooking, cleaning, teaching the children. Okay? Healing, a person who practices healing professionally, the home, which is what I was just speaking of, creativity and passion, highly creative beings. Yes, women are nurturing, okay, comes with that compassion and caring for someone, okay? So this is what I'm hearing for this room and seeing for the book, okay, that the divine feminine here is very, very deeply on this healing precipice. I'm not sure. Um, if it's something that you share with your immediate family, because there may be a clash of learning, learning devices, of learning devices, but definitely is something that is worth sharing. Everything that you're going through here, once you've come to a place of understanding, or even writing a book about it. Okay, room for the masculine energy here. Let's see which way this goes. The harvest. Okay. The harvest is a rune of plenty and abundance, often associated with the color green. Some of its meanings could be so is the heart chakra. It's associated with the color green. And we're speaking on the compassion here, the sacred heart, right? So some of the meanings could be rewards, the fruit of labor, self-sustenance, good fortune, self-employment, education, and the gaining of knowledge, okay? So it's very deep on the knowledge and the understanding of what's being hidden, what's being actually put out in the open so that they can say it was never hidden. Um, you understand? So I'm sensing that you and your divine masculine is and or will be on a very deep, passionate, knowledgeable journey, which just makes the juices so sweet for once. You guys are in another setting and you're able to use all of what you know, all of what you've gained outside of the knowledge of the earth realms and different dimensions, meaning the sacral energy that you're going to bring into wherever it choose that you wherever it is that you choose to make love. Okay, so give me some more information. I want 3 cards from this deck. I want to understand who this King and Queens of Cups are. Who? Uh-oh, wow. And who is this High Priestess? And who is this Hierophant? Okay. Let's see what time it is. 227, 1911. I'm saying 11:11. My percent on my phone is 992, and I'm saying it's 2:27 in the morning. 11:11. Ain't that crazy, y'all? And on my phone it was 8, 9, 10, 11. And it became 12. I'm also saying 31, 13. All right. Give me 3 cards here, please. I want the deepest understanding of what is happening for them. Bringing this remembrance, to bringing this understanding, to bringing this bliss that not only that they are already experiencing, but that is here to stay, as long as they are in the flow, right? These signs, these water signs are heavy on the flow, okay? Heavy on the flow. System need cards. I'll keep them, okay? I'll keep them. Now, resurrection, okay? This is where you and your lover, confirmation with the ace here, you and your lover are being resurrected through what you are doing sexually. Okay, this could be in any of the sexes, through what we do through sex talk, through oral sex, through actual penetrative sex as well. What else is there you want me to share here about this? I'm coming into, no pun on the coming into a deeper understanding when you're able to, of the self, when you're able to coming to one of the most blissful experiences in this human journey of sensuality, of what's really what's meant to be experienced when you are uniting with one, coming into the unity, the oneness, the purity of what's being shared here. I want to share that lately, which is not normal, I have been sensing a breath within things around me. So like it'll look like a expansion and then a release, an expansion and then a release, kind of like things around me are breathing. I think that's really crazy because um, typically it's vibrations and I can see like how everything has its own vibrational frequency. But yeah, I think that's pretty wild. Quantum kisses. This is a remembrance of where you and your lover are taking each other when you link quantumly, when you expand and leap together through these bounds and esoteric knowledges of who we are as beings. Someone who trusts your research, someone whom research you trust, okay? This is a very beautiful couple where the sharing of information is one of the most energetic and beautiful ways that you communicate, okay? Little stuffy. Tantric vibration, okay? Our tantric vibrations here speak on how you all use everything but your actual pussy or your actual dick to vibe, right? This is using the energy and moving different types of energetic frequencies along your lover's body, seeing how they respond to different levels of light. And then moving into deeper, very much deeper expansions into penetrative vibrations, okay? I'm hearing kunyaza. where penetration is not required to make your woman squirt. Okay. I'm also seeing light body, energetic foreplay. We're just talking about lights and foreplays and all the other ways to please and bring bliss into this realm without penetration, right? Be through, some feather play on the skin, massage, but in the most pleasurable places, but with the most softest strokes, right? um, Diving into the chakras while you're doing your energy. Play with your lover. Whoever said that we couldn't play with our energies, right? Not here to be so serious all the time. Infinity strokes. Your partner knows how to take you to infinity and beyond when it comes to stroking it from the north to the south to the east to the west. Ooh, both sides spiral. That's the best thing. Y'all nasty. I'm here. He be like swirling all up in that thing. Okay, swirls. Okay, one of the most beautiful cards that could ever come out of this deck is Heart Temples Merge. Speaking of the sacred hearts that are shared here, when you get a Queen of Cups and King of Cups in a divine union. Funny. And then a third eye thrust. This is the merging, as I already spoke of the information, the knowledge, the sapiosexual qualities that are found here that literally makes you like dive in and fuck the shit out of your partner. But you're beautiful as fuck. You're in this motherfucking goddess energy. You're in this motherfucking God energy. You're one of God's. You're healing yourself. For the now and for when, possibly time to come, what traumas needs to be healed. Like, you're a bad ass female, on every single way that bad ain't talked about, right? So this person senses this about you, and it just takes them on a whole nother journey of like, damn, this can really be and is something that is rare, okay? Something that needs to be held on to and nurtured. Conscious sexy time, okay? Now it's something else that I mentioned, and it's like confirmation that you guys are being extremely conscious within what it is that you're experiencing together. This is not like anything that you've experienced before, okay? This is my uncomfortable love deck, where it speaks to lovers and in divine unions and what they're experiencing at this time, okay? This is not a couple where you're just fucking the fuck, blatantly put, because we've all had those where it's almost like, oh yeah, that's my fuck buddy, but you would never call your soulmate your fuck buddy. Okay, you'll never call someone you're in a divine union your fucking fuck buddy. Okay, this is someone who you feel God in, who feels God when they inside of you. Who understands what the womb energy is and the divine feminine. Okay, this card has been coming up a lot. Let's fuck in front of the mirror. Divine feminine has been wanting to see herself in her healing, in her understanding. Okay, catalytic chemistry. All of these cards wanted to come out. Let me take a peek at them, because y'all just threw yourself at me. I hear you, divine masculine. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I see you. I see you. Okay, I see you. We're gonna put them back and let them come back out. 222, I will mention that. And that he be having that thing like mac and cheese day, ain't even no holiday. Like Thanksgiving just passed. And we celebrate holidays. More power to you. If you don't, big ups. You feel me? But yes, this lover is all up in that, okay? You're not near me, but I feel you inside, Divine Feminine. Speaking of how potent that energy is, like whether he, you know, your polaric partner is there or not. Like they could be in the bathroom. I'm just playing, but you know, this is typically for like outside of the house energy. But you're not near me, but I feel you inside. A very deep. See, this is where y'all having some very deep sex, where it's like it's so healing, it's so vibratory, it's so connected that y'all are coming at the same time. Okay, right? That's not something we experience with every single person that we have fucked and are made love to, right? That is very deep connection, especially if it happens 50% or more. God showed his whole ass when he put us together, right? We got squirter energy, okay? We got a squirter on the play. That's what you are. All right, hit me from the back. I will caress your balls. And here we go again with the power strokes, making them power moves. Make sure y'all take note if you're not, if you're just still going straight in that hole. Take notes, okay? A woman wants to feel all of this left, right, upside down, around and around, inside out, God. Okay, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the front, to the front. Oh, that's funny, but no, that sounds like it. That's the way. Look, that's the way. I like it. Divine back shots. What's this? Embodied divine masculine on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Come into your full embodiment of who you are as masculine energy. That's this quantum. Sacred heart holder. Tell me more, but not a storybook spirit. So tell me a storybook. I did see some cards that came out. The best eater. The best eater. Your words, not mine, baby. Aquarius energy. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. Solitary soul. Okay. You guys may consider yourselves as hermits. Y'all must definitely play a lot of music when you make love. Especially like I'm gonna say year 2000 to like 2010 type of playlist. And I don't even remember when these songs were created, but I'm gonna make you better, girl. I'm gonna make you better. That's what I'm hearing. Like when I wrote that, that song had came to mind when I was channeling this card, as well as Let's Make Love in Front of the Mirror Bay. That comes from Neo. Mirror. So if you haven't heard Mirror by Neo, look that up on YouTube. Right where you're watching this. And then there is a teacher-student dynamic that is, it comes into play. And it's a role that you both switch in and out of. Okay? Explosive orgasms here. Okay, this comes with coming at the same time as well. Right? The you hear somebody, you know, or feel them about to explode inside of you because that's how in tune you are with your body, divine feminine. Those power strokes just bring you into complete bliss, right, with your partner, right? Or your partner is just going so blissfully hard, so blissfully in every single way that you imagine, that you all are enjoying yourselves. And it allows you both to come into the same bliss realm, right? The same, because y'all are, you know, enjoying this together. It's telepathic. It's in the flow. So you and your partner are able to flow into very deep and explosive orgasmic states. Okay. With and without ejaculatory fluids is what I'm hearing. Okay, those are highly advanced beings. Okay. And I'm hearing highly manifested. highly manifestative. Truth seekers. This card does not come out often in this deck, okay? I'll say this is the second time I ever seen this card, and I've read this deck like weekly, for sure. And I made this deck months ago. So this is very deep on the high knowledge that I sense that was happening here, okay? The emotionally mature, where you can digest and ingest information and not allow it to become a part of you, not allow it to destroy the other theories that you have set in mind for yourself, okay? Creating more problems of understanding of this truth-seeking journey, right? Okay, my pussy is sore as fuck after we make love all night. Okay, this sounds like a text. Okay, I'm saying this in text form. I heard you saying like, "Babe, my pussy's sore as fuck." My pussy's sore as fuck. Suck my dick is here, but it's not meant in vulgarity. This is a masculine who isn't afraid to say, "Babe, I need that." I gotta have that. And it's in all maturity, right? It's all in respect. I need that in what you offer. I need to receive that. Let's think that that's our energy. Okay, and the match for the card, Sugar. Susemon shots, Susemon pennies. Okay, so these are matching cards where these are two lovers who aren't afraid to say exactly what they want. Saying, suck my dick. Says, suck my pussy. Like, you want what I want what you want. Let's 69 and shit out in bliss. Right? Like, we've already did everything else in terms of we've sat down, we've had these beautiful conversations. Now it's time to connect under the moonlight, and I want it how the fuck I want it. And there is no shyness, shame, or vulnerability. Okay? True as love here on the play and always. When the card's hitting like this, true as love is definitely always on the play. Okay? Tell me more. Five more cards, Leo here. Heaven on earth in this pussy. It's heaven on earth in this pussy. Heaven on earth in this pussy. Heaven on earth in this pussy. Heaven on earth. Heaven on. Hey, okay, the rap everything. He was like the rap a little bit. I'm not a rapper, so that's definitely not. That's definitely not my flow. But that's funny. Yeah, there's some fire energy to it, Leo. Look what came out again. So come on, chat. So come on, chat. Okay, so Divine Feminine said, eat that shit like you mean it. Eat that shit like you mean it. Virgo, 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 like you mean it. Okay, and then heart chakra and sacral chakra. Like, there's so much cards that want to come out of this deck. It's not even funny, okay? Split on sacral, heart chakra looking right at me. I know that this one needed to come out. Sacral already even came out. Okay, let me shuffle this. Y'all getting wild. All right. Seriously, they got a few more cards here. And not to rush the reading. So I'm going to take my time and see what else wants to fall out. And then we're going to close this out in about 3 to 5 minutes. Look, right, Spirit? It's already been 50 minutes of bliss, right? Of understanding and remembrance. I wish you well. I wish you so much more life and bliss and ball deep sessions. I miss you. I bet you do, because you be balls deep in that. And I bet you miss that, because he be balls deep in that. Mac and cheese on the bottom of the deck. I told you that wanted to come out earlier. And the holidays just passed. He was mixing that shit up, Divine. Ain't no way. I just saw 222 again. There's a lot of pure, true, primordial, and deep love happening here, okay? It's something I want you to hold on to continue to enjoy the essence of navigating through this. This is so funny. Here I am. I want your essence forever with me. You said navigating the essence. Will not settle, okay? This is a couple that is going to get what they want this lifetime. Very deeply put. I want you now, okay? I'm hearing this is shared energy. Where your baby's like, I want you more right now. Like, okay, that's where we are. Look, we tit for tat and who love we most. Let me into the tunnel of your throat chakra. Okay, this divine masculine wants to get in that throat. Okay, assist you with some healing modalities. That's what we're gonna call it. Libra on the play. Once again, we had Libra show up in our Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Free love. A love that frees the soul. Okay. In our reading here, because what's sweeter than this? The freest love you've ever experienced in any lifetime. What is truly better than that? This is what you're holding on to. This is what you've sought every lifetime. And sometimes you've achieved it. But this is a deep, deep resonance and a deep remembrance this lifetime of what you want to experience. A love that causes you to surrender to yourself. A love that is selfless. A love that is unconditional. A love that is true. A love that is free. A love that allows you to be you, inside and out. So I love that for you. Okay. So free love is on the way. All right, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to hop back on because this was our Earth Angels love message. This was very deep. Okay, this message was about the goddess energy that you possess or are in the frequency or realms around. If you are a divine masculine, you are in a very, very deep, I'm hearing, it's like a field of frequency. It's not an auric field. It's like a field of frequency as to where you can, if you are not experiencing it just yet, latch on to or come into the flow of what is being offered here. But it's not found on the surface. I do want to make sure I put emphasis on that. It takes a lot to see someone at the soul core frequency. Okay? It takes presence. And a lot of us don't have that. Why? Because the world has been shaped in a way that forces us to be in a rush all the time. So you barely look at someone when you're talking to them now, okay? It's just someone you want to look at all day, which is just really beautiful. But yeah, all of us have our own traumas. This person is working through healing that and has been deeply initiated into different aspects to understand the self. So the mission is gigantic here, and sometimes it can be shared missions between you and your divine lover. Okay, that's why we see like a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but we've seen divine couples that like they reach it to the top, to what their highest timeline is, with that beautiful being by their side. Okay, sometimes it takes the polaric energy to get there, to allow things to rise. Okay, this beautiful essence and energy to grow and mature and to be nurtured. It takes time to nurture things. It takes time to have a garden. I'm here to grow weed. Y'all wrong for that. It takes time to grow weed. So it's like, yeah, okay, so there's different spirits giving me this example of how there's different types of cultivation for the cannabis seed, okay? Let's just put it that way. So you can do an autoflower process where that seed will be ready in about 3 months. Or you can let it grow the natural way, which may take 6 to 9 months. You know, you'll get the same result, which is the product. Will it taste the same? Will you feel as good because you nurtured it? Nurture is nurture. I mean, you know, that's really up to you. But yeah, I hope that was understanding of why it resonated here. Different levels of and aspects of things, and how deeply and how fully you want to grow, and how fast. Okay, that's what quantum leaping is. But you have to understand what's happening to yourself, at least on the basics of levels, to catapult, so to speak. This deck has been calling out for a while. Once again, I am Ishani Zamboto. Thank you again for your presence. As I receive mine, you're giving back yours. And I thank you for joining me for this Earth Angel love message. It was very huge. And if you weren't able to catch the live, make sure you make time for yourself. If you felt connected to any part of this, to go back and grab the tidbits that were for you. That's going to fill you up, keep you moving, keep you in the flow of this journey of remembrance, okay? This is so strange, I'm saying this, but it's just so true, that you agreed to watch this video before you descended here. And on your ascendance, you decided that this would be a video that was necessary for you. So I thank you for that. And honestly, I've never thought of things that way. And that's going to be my most truest and fullest unconditional analyzation and push for why I do what I do. Okay? I myself even agreed to be in this very moment where I've digested what I felt was necessary in order to give the oracle messages that I give. So I thank you for your presence. I thank you for wanting to understand who you are and for where you stand on this soul's journey. Okay? So once again, I will be back probably about 15 minutes for another live. My energy is very high tonight, so it's like, let me put out a few different videos. Okay, we're definitely going to be diving into some Isis energy is what I'm hearing. Okay, so if you feel very connected to Egyptology, okay, which I hear that the story of Isis, which I'm still trying to fully understand, so y'all help me out if y'all know already, is connected to the Jesus story. I feel I need to show you this. The little pyramids, right? Little fingerprints all over. But yeah, so we'll have an Isis reading I'm hearing. And those can take a while, but I'll try my best to keep that a little short. Maybe digging into Lemuria tonight. Can you guys let me know if you need a sound meditation soon? Because I love to do those. Alrighty. So Isis is coming up, and a shaman's message. Yeah. I'm going to have a shaman's message coming up for those who feel deeply connected to what they're experiencing on their self-love and soul journey, right? So feel so deeply connected to all of the energy and mysteries and symbols and signs that the universe is putting out right now. Okay? Shaman's deck. Okay. The archetype deck. That's fine. Alrighty. Where's the opening? I'm hearing Lemuria, but those can take a while. Such a ancient energy to tap into. Okay, so we'll mix these, right? And then one Isis, maybe for about 5 minutes. A short Isis read. My gosh, Isis speaks to me so much that I'm like, I don't want to touch that deck. In a sense of like, it's gonna take me an hour and 30 minutes to finish that. And it just gets so deep and so to the heart and so to the understanding of who we are as balanced beings. Like, do you really understand that this is how you've come into this beautiful love journey? Okay, because you are in a very balanced space with yourself, even if sometimes you feel off or like, man, this is not what's up. You know, like sometimes we can feel off balance, but we're not. We're right where we're supposed to be. So trust that, stand in that, and be your truest guide as you've become this lifetime. Things will continue to flourish, unfold, and overflow for you. Okay? I love you, and I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Bye.